Gamers, do you want to get as many huges as possible from this Lucky Tiles event? Well, I'm glad you clicked on this video because you know what? I'm gonna help you out. Also, real quick, before we get started, did you guys know that that thing stays at 499 until you guys step in there? It's kind of weird. You guys can go back and go to Void World and complete stuff and whatever, and that always stays on 499 until the player actually stands on it, then it starts to shuffle. Isn't that weird? Never would have thought. Okay, here we go. And I didn't activate a buff. Would you know it? Come on, give me a huge. Give me a huge to start this video off. Come on, do it. Do it. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, yes. I got an enchantment. That's cool. That's way better than a huge pet. Also, check this out, everybody. In the first couple of days in this event, there has already been 22,000 of these bad boys that have been hatched. This kitsune is almost getting to the level of a huge happy rock on how fast this thing is actually being hatched. I mean, there's talks that this kitsune is actually easier to get than a huge happy rock because there are so many of them. And what's even crazier, even though I did a video on this not too long ago about using all these lucky boosts and whatnot, this kitsune is actually very easy to get without any of these boosts active. There's players hatching this thing left and right, and they're not using any of these lucky boosts. I mean, check this out. We'll use Puff Toast, for example. There's already almost 5,000 goldens that have been hatched. And if we head over here to the index real quick and we want to type in kitsune, we can see that right now there are over 1,000 rainbow kitsunes in existence only a couple of days after the event is going on. So that makes this easily one of the most hatchable free huge pets ever. Just to give you guys an idea, the Good vs. Evil cat was available from the beginning of the Good vs. Evil update all the way until it finally ended a couple of weeks later. And there was only 6,240 of these that were found across the entire event. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, Red, you're an idiot. Why don't you pick something like the Divinus? That'll tell you if there was a lot more of those that were hatched, because that was around since the beginning as well. Well, look at this. The Divinus, since the beginning of the update, had 29,000 of them that existed. And mind you, this was over a couple of week period. The Devil Agony only had 8.5 thousand that were found during that entire week run that it had during the part 2 of the Good vs. Evil update. I mean, look, the Rainbow version had 683 of those that were found. I mean, take a look at this. The Huge Avenging Griffin had 31,000 that were found. And remember, this was hatchable for 2 weeks straight. So for the kitsune to already have 22,000 of them that exist only a couple of days into the event is absolutely broken. Is this better than the Good vs. Evil event? I would say yes, 100%. So the real question is, everybody, is what makes this event so much better than all the other events we've had in the past? I mean, check this out. Once again, that $4.99 still stays there even if you leave and go back to Void World and you have to turn in some quests and all that stuff. And even if your pets leave the area as well. So gamers, before we get to the loadout, let's talk about a couple of things first so that you guys are fully prepared to hatch as many of these huge pets as humanly possible. But first, before I step on this board, we better do one thing real quick. Let's just go ahead and activate a boost real fast. Let's just activate that. Okay, here we go. Now we got a boost active. Let's see if we can get ourselves a kitsune. Here we go. 1, 2, boom. This one right here. This is the one. This is the one. Come on. Come on. This is gonna be it. Let's go. Oh, come on. I just saw it. I just saw it. Come on. Oh, come on, Kitsune. No, I don't want this potion. Now, gamers, let's talk about this real quick. A lot of people seem to think that there are 80 squares here, which means you get a 1 in 80 chance at getting that huge Kitsune fox. But in reality, it's actually a lot more complicated than that because obviously the Kitsune fox is random and it doesn't always land on the exact same square every single time. So in reality, the 80 squares don't really matter. That's just how big the area is when they built it. And what's also interesting about this event, I didn't realize it until I was like grinding for a couple of hours. And I was like, wait a minute, why am I not doing that much damage? Because I wasn't opening this egg. So check this out. I've got a Devil Agony that does 15.2 trillion damage, but in reality, these guys are not gonna be the ones doing the damage. It's gonna be this UV Kitsune here that's gonna be doing all the damage in this area. That's fine. Gift bags are cool. You know why the gift bags are cool? Because check this out. Check this out. Number one, they're only going for like 100,000, 103,000 gems, but this gift bag also has a chance to get another huge pet. So between the gift bag, this huge pet, the active huge pet, and of course the UV Kitsune, there is a chance to get 4 different huge pets in this area, which makes this thing probably the most free to play and most abundant huge pet event that we've had so far in Pet Sim 99. But here's another thing you guys got to make sure that you're doing, whether you put it on a macro or you guys are AFKing or whatever, you guys have got to be using your ultimates inside of this area, because once again, you only get 15 pets to use. So in my personal opinion, everybody, I would recommend that you guys want to use something that's going to hit the whole area. Something like the black hole or even the nightmare or the UFO. Chest spell's not very good. The hidden treasure ultimate, not so great. Lightning storm is great. Pet surge even is good. The TNT shower is good, but I'd stay away from anything like ground and pound or the hidden treasure, or of course the chest spell. Use anything else that deals damage to the whole area. Me, myself, I actually really enjoy the alien one. This one's pretty cool and it recharges fairly quickly, and this thing just decimates breakables. I'm pretty sure this thing lasts like longer than any ultimate, even though it probably doesn't, but I sure do feel like it does. Anyway, next thing we're gonna talk about is flags here, everybody. Now, there's a couple ways you guys can do this, because for some reason in this area, rainbow pets just do better than shiny pets and whatever. So if you guys have rainbow flags, that would be pretty helpful in here. If you guys don't have rainbow flags, you guys could definitely use hasty flags, because these things crush it. Or of course, you guys could use a strength flag if you want, but I'd recommend that you guys would rock a rainbow flag or a hasty flag, because your pets just move faster and they'll do more damage. And this is definitely one of those duh moments, but you guys gotta make sure that you're using your fruits. There's just too much damage here if you guys are not doing it, and you guys gotta be using the toys as well. I mean, check this out. I only have 231 days left of these tennis balls, so I gotta be extra careful that I don't run out of these things. Next up, if you guys have an alt account or multiple alt accounts, or you guys have just a ton of friends that play this game all at the same exact time, make sure you guys are playing in a public server or playing in your private server with as many of you guys as you can, because the more of you guys that are in here, because you guys only get 15 pets, the faster you guys can fill up that Lucky Tiles counter up there, giving yourself the maximum chance to get that Kitsune Fox, because it'll be showing up a lot more often, giving you that many more chances to get it. And that's exactly why there's so many people hatching it, because you know what? You have a bunch of people in your server grinding this thing. This thing is going to be filling up left and right super quick, even though there is that little bit of a cooldown. All right, so now let's talk about the loadout that you guys should be using. Now, there's a couple of different loadouts that you guys can use. I have been testing quite a bit on what loadout seems to be the best and seems to work for me, but let's go ahead and pull up the enchantments here. So we got a blank slate here, so there's a couple ways you guys can plug and play this method. So obviously you guys don't want to have anything that's going to let you get more stuff, like the boss chest, for example. This is a fantastic enchantment. Same thing with the boss lucky, but you're not going to be using that in this area because you're going for that huge Kitsune Fox. So these guys and the chest mimic, unfortunately, are going to be sitting the bench for this one. You're either going to want the super magnet enchantment, or you're going to be placing down magnet flags over and over again to make sure you guys are collecting everything. That's kind of an obvious one. Now, next up, what you guys are going to do, you can use strong pets and you can use criticals. However, from what I've tested, they don't really work that good. I don't know if like the area is bugged or something, but they don't seem to do that much damage. I'm not quite sure what that is. If you guys know the answer, please put it in the comment section. Anyways, so after the magnet book, you guys have a couple of choices here. One, I like using the angelic enchantment because it does drop down those lightning bolts, breaking breakables. Obviously I like rocking the fruity book, but it depends on what your guys' fruit mastery is, but you guys just get more damage from it. So why wouldn't you use it? Anyway, rock that one. I've been messing with the magic orb enchantment along with this nightmare orb as well, because it's kind of like having a couple more pets on your team instead of just the 15 that you use. So you're always just destroying breakables that are close to you. So I kind of like these. Both of these, in my opinion, would kind of be a dealer's choice. It's totally up to you, but me, I kind of like them. Anyway, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit further here until we find my next favorite enchantment, which is the explosive enchantment. This thing just randomly ignites your pets, blowing things up in a radius, kind of giving you a little bit more value for your 15 pets because you can break more than one at a time. So I would say this is probably the most crucial enchantment out of everything we're going to talk about here. And next up, because this thing is all about speed, you guys are definitely going to want to grab Happy Pets. This is a super cheap enchantment. It goes for 429 gems. You guys could definitely snag one of these very easily. Next up here, we're going to go and look for my other favorite book, which makes your pets just go super fast, and that's the speed book. Very, very nice. You guys can equip 2 of them if you wanted to. But as you guys can see, I'm breaking breakables much faster than I was with my grinding enchantment because my pets are just moving so darn fast. And this kind of goes without saying, but just make sure you guys are dropping flags every once in a while. I mean, if you guys max this out and you guys want to drop, you know, your 35 or however many flags you guys got, that's awesome. Also, keep in mind, you guys can set up a keybind where you're adding those flags from here. So that's also a really, really easy thing you can do as well. And let's say you guys are not about that AFK life. You guys would much rather do all the breaking yourself. Well, there's actually a much better build that you guys can use that'll actually break these breakables even faster than this. The only downside to this build is it's not as AFK friendly as this build if you guys like just leaving your computer or phone around and you guys just let that do the work. But if you guys are actively trying to break this yourselves, here's another build that you guys can go after. Once again, I'll be rocking that angelic enchantment because it just dropped that lightning breaking breakables just easily. Obviously, I'm going to rock fruity again. I'm going to rock the magnet book. Nothing's changed there. And of course, the explosive enchantment because this enchantment just rules. And then of course comes happy pets, which is just a fun enchantment to have because your pets just move super quick. The weird thing about these large taps is they actually do stack, making your tap radius a lot bigger, which is kind of the whole purpose of this build. So if you guys got 2 of them, stick them in there. If you guys don't want to rock 2 of them, you guys can swap that one for, say, like this one, for example, but it has a 10% chance to ignite an explosive damaging nearby breakables, but that's what this explosive enchantment is for, so you don't really need this one. But obviously, this is a tap power heavy build, so having super lightning is very, very crucial because it sends lightning through breakables, making them break that much faster. I know, this enchantment is only 98 gems, but check this out. As your pets are attacking, they get a teamwork buff, making your pets attack 10% faster, and that does stack up to 6 times, making them attack 60% faster, and that is actually faster than the Happy Pets book. If you guys don't want to rock the angelic enchantment, you guys can absolutely rock the regular lightning book, which is this one right here, and you guys would have a very heavy tap power build. I mean, check out this tap power build with an auto clicker. It is wild, but the craziest and fastest way to get yourself a huge pet is by clicking that subscribe button. I read it in a book once. It's totally true, 100%. Also, everybody, click this video right here if you guys want to watch some more Pet Sim 99 content. Now go get yourself a huge UV Kitsune, and I'll see you guys next time.